Hello everyone, and welcome to what will be our last session of Pikmin 1. Unfortunately, Matt will not be joining us today, but he was gracious enough to give me this list of other names we can use in the event we lose any more Pikmin. Oh, look at that, it blew with the wind.
Oh, I told you
no.
not to fly
Oh,
with the
look at
window open.
It's like,
My bad.
I was like, oh, look at that. He accidentally dropped it out the window next to that flamethrower he unknowingly set up next to it.
Oh, look, James dropped it into Logan's hands. Oh no, Logan has torn the list into 30 pieces.
Oh,
Well, I guess now that's the plot to Pikmin 5. Now Olimar's going to have to find every piece of that their list.
no.
Yes.
No.
I actually forgot
no.
that is the exact. I forgot that actually is the number we need. Go ahead, Ike.
And you know what? Like, every other name on the list is a pun, and then introduce a new game mechanic where Olimar has to avoid the pun names.
They're the ones that they're poisonous to soup because they're laced with even more oxygen.
You do actually genuinely give me. Okay, so we have scenes over to the left, over to the right. So you do genuinely give me some ideas now of the hype of like.
Let's peel the Band-Aid off first.
Okay. Because we do have some bridges we need to work on anyway.
Bruh!
Alright, thanks
Right off the bat?
Thanks for the morning snack.
But yes.
Listen. I try my damnedest to make sure that they get properly Goomba stomped, but even then, the aiming on this thing is a little finicky.
I know. Again, the wonders of the lock-on. But anyway, where's I going with this?
You know what? Actually,
but
that
anyway,
was
but-
Meowmalade. That was Meowmalade. You know what?
Okay.
I almost forgot about Meowmalade.
But yeah, so the thing I was going with this hype is that I can actually, and now I could see someone doing like, maybe if it's like a speedrunner, if like they need to, if like they have to do a challenge where, say like the way they do it is that like
Actually, let me borrow some of your nectar there, Mr. Honeywisp.
I was
Thank
bringing
you.
that back to my wife.
Nice, look at that. But basically, I could see a challenge where like, oh, whenever if somebody loses Pikmin, like if it's divisible, let's say if it's divisible by like 1 or something like that, something to the extent of like, after a speed run of this game, people have to look at how many Pikmin they lost during the course of their adventure, and whatever they lost, they have to do something wacky on stream.
That would be fun.
Oh shoot, he did not get stunned.
Three.
Hello.
You lost
There's
3.
Oh, shit. We accidentally woke up Daddy.
Run.
Uh-oh.
Run.
Oh, Envy.
you
Well, actually, I almost forgot Envy. Want to know an interesting little fun fact? All the little Bulborbs that we've been taking down are actually not native Bulborbs.
Nope,
Oh?
they are an insidious species.
They're not like the baby versions of these bigger Bulborbs we've been fighting. They're more so a separate species that are able to mimic their appearance based off of them.
Oh, interesting.
It's so that way they can hide themselves from even bigger predators.
Yeah, it's mainly for protection and for sneaking in and stuff. But anyway, we're gonna have to nudge this from afar.
Yeah, not a big fan of this particular portion.
Because it's just kind
Okay,
of
guys, that's enough. You don't need everybody to push that thing.
I'm just trying to get people on this side.
The diligence.
But we are doing this because we're going up against another one of the more infamous mini bosses in the realm.
Yep. This is the den of probably one of the more obnoxious enemies that have pretty much been there since the very beginning.
Oh?
And I would say they're obnoxious now. They got better when you could lock on. They got better with time. But
I mean, I'll even say as far as Pikmin 2 is concerned, they're not as much of a threat either. But otherwise, it's one of those things where you see them pop up for the first time, and then you think to yourself, "Oh my God, we got a code red! We got a code red! Heroic Snagrid on the loose!"
it's
my
the
God.
big diggy bird.
Hello?
Yeah.
Better get that list ready, MB, because we're about to lose a lot of our platoon to these
No.
fuckers.
1, 2. Oh no. That
So
was 2.
because the big gimmick, the big problem with this enemy is that you cannot swarm it. You have to chuck Pikmin in order to reach its weak point.
Which is the head.
That's 3 more.
By the way, this is something we won't get to see until the sequels, but would you believe that they got bird-like faces, a snake-like body, and a single foot?
One boot. But at the very least,
Now we wake up Mama!
yeah, at the very least, but well, I was gonna say that's the thing. MB, that we can at least offer some sort of recompense for this is, just do what James is doing and just approach very carefully. Do not panic and start to run because there are actually not 1 and not even 2 Snagrids in this realm.
they?
There's 3.
There's 3?
Yep, and you can wake all of them up at once and really... Your Pikmin would be done fucked.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're just going...
Wait, did you start with 100?
No, technically we started with 95, 90, because remember we lost them to the Bulborbs.
Yeah, about 90. We got on here with about 99.
Oh.
Now it's time for now it's time for Junior.
This Pikmin is just right.
Well, don't worry, MB. Like as you've noticed, to compensate for how easily they can eat Pikmin, they do drop a lot of pellets for you to use to respawn them.
And that's always the way. And that's always the way about doing this. You just have to be mindful and just. That's really it. Just make sure that you're gaining more than you're expending, which can easily be done. Like, I don't know. Like, that would be a stressful run to try and do a no Pikmin lost run in the entire game, especially by the final boss.
I feel like that'd be impossible.
Yeah, no, that'd be damn near impossible considering how vicious some of these predators are.
I'm sure there's some. I'm gonna Google it right now. I'm sure someone's.
You know
done
what
it,
I
but
think?
It's the... Oh, hold on a second. It's the Geiger counter. Every spaceship needs one of these, but I don't actually know what it's for. Every once in a while, it goes wild and lets out a lot of noise, but I never pay much attention to it, so it doesn't do me much good. I really should read that manual one of these days.
Anyway, you know what I think would be a more interesting run to try to do with Pikmin? Try to beat the game with as few Pikmin as possible.
I'm sure that's possible. It's just one of those things where, like, good luck with that.
You could also do,
so
like, a Nuzlocke sort of situation where, like, you can't replace Pikmin unless it's, like, the orbs themselves, or, like, I don't know. Like, just...
I mean, there are ways, yeah.
So you could do that. Like, no replacements. It's it. You have 100 and good luck.
I can see that. There are definitely ways to do that. I'm sure there are modders that have tried that. But anyway, so I looked it up. So there is a whole wiki dedicated to what they refer to as the Zero Death Run. Found a Reddit post from about 2 years ago. It doesn't really have a lot of upvotes, but probably matches what we're all thinking, which is that Pikmin 1 is an abomination for a no-death run if you aren't an experienced speedrunner.
Right.
So, let me see. I found, since 2014, someone has... Not since 2014, but you know what I mean. In 2014, a guy did actually upload a video series of him beating Pikmin 1 with no deaths.
Wow.
Ugh.
But
That
it
just
was
sounds
like...
it's a... Ugh.
It was, oh, here we go. Hang on. 4 weeks ago, Pikmin 1 HD, a YouTuber by the name of Ice Cube, uploaded having beaten Pikmin 1 in 6 days with no deaths.
Wait,
Wow.
actor, are you telling me that the actor Ice Cube is a Pikmin fan?
What do you think of Ice T? No, you're right. Ice Cube. Yes, no, he did. I can only assume.
Remember,
I can only
he's gonna
assume
be
that.
Right, because remember, he's going to be one of the villains in that Ninja Turtles movie.
Right, he's gonna be Pigeon Pete. I can only assume that this was recorded on.
No, he's actually going to be Superfly.
Superfly, fair. And yes, I can only assume then. Hype, that this playthrough was recorded on a Friday. So, according to this, okay, the only thing to note in the description is that he did mention that each of the 6 different days were recorded separately. I imagine so that he could just, it's a segmented run, so he can just perfect it that much in between. But I will grab this and I will plop this into game night because he beat the entire game with all this footage spliced together. He beat it in less than an hour.
Nice.
Which but I mean that's
now we're gonna build ourselves up. Oh, I just realized there's a straggler here.
Get him. Ow! Don't feed him. I said get him.
Get him.
Right.
Get him.
But anyway,
Get him.
but I guess that's the thing of like, I love that dude. But that's the thing. It's like, all right, we don't have much. We want to try to see if we can knock this whole place out in a day.
Oh shit!
All right,
Yeah.
these guys. Oh, you know what's?
Yay.
I'm kind of curious. Like now that you brought that up, MB. So, how much of
Yeah?
Gravity Falls have you seen?
All of it.
Oh, have you seen like this one video that me and Logan love so much, where it's like the guy Alex Hirsch, the guy that voices Grunkle Stan, doing like a little bit with the guy that voices Lil Gideon, who by the way is also the creator of Flapjack, and it's just this back and forth between them. It's like, I hate you, Lil Gideon. I hate you, Stan. Just kidding, I love you.
He just gets so cute about it.
A classic.
I haven't seen that, but I love that.
I know that. I also know the whole like a platypus. Oh wait, it's a crossover. It's a crossover. Sorry.
Dipper the platypus.
I love
Nice
it.
to know people. Nice to know people.
I saw
I think
that.
another. And there's also one currently associated with a weird fixation I have lately of like Alex Hirsch with Matt Chapman, aka Strongbad. It's like, I hate
that's
your
awesome.
Grunkle Stan. Now get out of my face. I will shoot you with my gun.
I have it. And then I forget who it was. It was a creator who I know. Most recently, they did a project with Meat Canyon. See, backing up, James. I swear, it's some. Hang on, yeah, sorry. Do your thing.
It's the shock absorber. This apparatus counteracts the shaking and swaying that normally occurs during flight. It's smooth sailing with this thing in place. Usually.
But I would say, yeah, fair enough. But I would say, what was it? The fact that come on, there you go.
There you go.
The fact that
And move old Fatso to the side.
Guys,
Oh, what's up, baby?
I got the
What's
net.
that?
I
The
got
net?
the net.
hooray! The
nice.
Natty room.
Hooray!
Killed it.
The Nat is dead!
Oh, the gnat. I thought you said the net, and I'm like, what net?
No, I got
So
the
now you
net.
must eat it so that you can gain in power and control your numbers across the planet.
Well,
No, I'm
what-
okay.
I don't think sheep eat nets.
Nah,
Aw.
we good. But thank you, dog.
But
No,
but I
instead they
wasn't
eat.
going with this. But so
I was gonna make a joke, but
Huh?
I forgot what you had for dinner, so never mind.
another creator who I most recently knew them because they collaborated with Meat Canyon on doing a sculpt for one of his characters. Hang on, we'll go and do this.
This nifty little device counteracts the shaking and swaying experienced in typical space flight.
Good.
So now I don't have to worry about bringing out the bags.
Thank goodness. But yeah, the idea that it was that one sculptor who he did a head. He did Grunkle Stan's head if it was like rendered somewhat realistically and like mounted on a wall. Have I ever shown you that hype?
No, I've
Oh.
seen it before. I'm just
Oh.
responding in like, oh, that thing.
I learned something new today. Apparently, the little dwarf bulborbs can actually wail,
Cry for mama?
let out a cry for help, and that'll wake up the bigger bulborbs.
But the bigger bulborbs are easy to fall back asleep because I guess the idea is that for the most part, all right, you can do this. I guess the idea was that for the most part it was supposed to be explained by the fact that all these predators are more nocturnal.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Nocturne.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Doesn't Pikmin 4 go live tomorrow?
Yes, it does. Actually, not even just tomorrow. Later tonight.
Oh snap! I want to watch you play that. But I also want to have you guys watch me and Mecha and his friend play through the Monkey Island stuff.
Wait,
Wow.
Mike.
That
that's
also went
right.
live
All
today.
right, for
For
Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves.
I wouldn't mind seeing that. You know.
I assumed you guys would be interested. It's all the cast and stuff we love and stuff.
Well, all of them
Nectar!
that. What's up?
I was saying the
Yeah,
next.
Nectar can wait.
Oh,
Also, have you just been standing there this whole time?
He's
you
just
doing?
doing his
Watching.
own thing.
Oh, he was trying to lift the freaking. Wow,
He's doing
Fair
his
enough.
best, man. It's fine.
he's living his best life.
Living the
Don't
dream.
don't rock the boat. I'm vibing here. He says.
He vibed.
Well, unfortunately,
I found my Sagittarius.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a mouthful.
Yeah.
My son gave this to me as a present. It brings to mind visions of my son back on planet Hokitate. Oh, to be back there right now.
So Libra and Sagittarius. Okay.
Yep, follow me, Velas. We still got some unfinished business, which I get the feeling we're not going to be able to accomplish today.
Sorry,
Oh come
Ziggy, what
on,
were you
let's see
gonna
how
say
far we
before?
can make. Go ahead.
Just the whole notion of like, don't rock the Pikmin's like, oh, don't rock the boat. I'm vibing.
but unfortunately, I'm not only gonna rock the boat, I'm gonna tip the boat over.
No.
Oh,
Oh, rock the boat.
What a jerk.
Well, maybe he just likes. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I had fun like going to pools and we had those like little inflatable boats and we tip it over just so we could like hide under the boat where you usually sit in. So it's just like a little air pocket. That was fun.
That's extremely dangerous. But I can now explain to James that yes, see, that's how that one scene in Pirates of the Caribbean worked.
Yeah.
really?
We can have
Yeah,
air pockets.
remember when Jack and Will were like going to steal the boat, so they were walking underneath the water with that boat as
And
an
you
air
know
pocket?
what? I just realized I'm not gonna have enough time to do this, so I'm gonna go ahead and make the most out of all the extra piles of corpses and whatnot that are near the base.
Ah, well, we'll come back with more red Pikmin later.
Yeah, there's gonna be another one of those onesie sort of days.
Actually, no, that's right. We actually can't fight this. We need the blue Pikmin because they're the only ones that can like move around that water anyway.
Well, necessarily. We needed the blue Pikmin just to take out that wall, which Olimar needs to even get there in the first place. Basically, we could toss a couple other Pikmin types up to that ledge over there, and then have Olimar cross the river.
Oh, fair enough.
But yeah, in the meanwhile, I'm unfortunately going to have to go ahead and leave. I'm gonna have to. You guys can at least suck on this for the time being.
Yep.
Nectar.
Yeah, so Zero Death Run. I'm gonna look into that. Like, supposedly it is possible in every game. So there is one game which I think I may or may not be aware of, something called Pikmin Adventure.
Oh, that's actually a side attraction in a Nintendo Land.
Oh yeah, no, don't yeah.
Yeah, we covered that already, like a long time
Oh
ago.
yeah, with the villain Dark Monita. What?
Exactly, Dark Monita.
Again, Nintendo. Forget this stupid 1-2 switch nonsense. Give me another
Give
Nintendo
us Nintendo
Land.
Land 2.
Have you ever played or heard about what Nintendo Land is, MB?
I have not.
So Nintendo Land was it was kind of like, I don't think was it a launch title?
It was a launch title for the Wii U. Yes.
Yes. So it was a launch title for the Wii U, and in traditional fashion, where they do launch titles are almost like a test demo of sorts to show off, hey, here's everything that the system can do. Kind of like usually they do this with WarioWare, like with WarioWare Touch, when it was on the DS, or other such things. So, hang on, let's see, we have any stragglers?
You better not.
I think we should be fine.
Better not. There
But,
are so many. They're already. Look, it's ketchup and mustard.
Yeah, so it was a tech demo that showed off a lot of the game, and it had a very cute little original premise of you were in some ethereal void or whatever, but this void also consisted of a theme park dedicated to Nintendo attractions. So it's not the Mario, it's just that was what we had before Super Nintendo World and Hollywood Studios.
Exactly.
That's fair.
And unlike Super Nintendo World, it actually covered more than just Mario.
It had a lot. It had hang on.
To this day, I still have no idea why they didn't just straight up call it Nintendo's Mario World or something like that, considering there is absolutely nothing like no Zelda or Splatoon or Pikmin or anything like that that's got alongside it. But that's a debate for another day. Anyway,
For sure.
Dwarf. Oh, this is where Olimar gets to talk about one of the many denizens of the planet, the dwarf and spotty bulbars. The most plentiful species on the planet, they are quite ferocious despite their appearance, using their massive jaws to swallow Pikmin whole. Frontal assaults result in disaster. Attacks from behind are more successful. Attacking their legs is also effective.
There's also the eye.
21.
Yeah, because of we lost them all to the Snagrets, remember?
God, I have to
Yeah.
make sure I have enough names.
Let it be known.
I have exactly 21.
I'm holding my hand. I'm holding my hand up. Let it be known. I did watch James beat this game in 14 days.
Yeah,
All right.
I mean, close to 14 days at the very least.
All right.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Meowmalade, Burrito, Taco, Quesadilla, Tortellini, Macaroni, Pop-Tart, Nigiri, Maki, Pizza, Calzone, Doritos, Fritos, Lay's, Key Lime Pie, Lemon Meringue, Cheesecake, Cabbage, Tater Tot, Hash Browns, and French Fry.
MB, were you just reading off of a shopping list just now?
No, I made names because the first Pikmin failed because you were like, haha, snack. So I said, all right, you know what, bet.
Sorry,
Food
We're
theme.
gonna call them all
I'm just
snacks.
reminded of another Homestar joke because yes, and it's like that is not an actual list. That is just a grocery list. No, here's my grocery list. Amazing thing, amazing thing, amazing thing, amazing thing.
Well, there
Amazing
you
thing.
go. Yep. So with that said, we have a big whopping one thing we got to get today.
Yeah, which again, we'll make the most of this day actually getting some of the other denizens as well. Which, speaking of which, Papa's back. And oh,
Hello?
Oh, that's right. Because that's the thing to note is that now we are past the halfway point. Now the fauna that will spawn in these areas has changed.
Uh-oh.
yep, to some degree.
So
Like if we were to go back to the distant springs right now, we would actually be meeting up with the Muta that we saw back in the impact site.
All right.
Assuming that thing still pops up after you broke the egg.
yes. Yep.
Put him on the ground and mud stomp him.
Get him. But yeah,
Get 'em.
beyond that, I'm just kind of hanging in there. We've been doing a couple of projects. We're hopefully gonna knock this sucker out, and then I'm excited to check out Pikmin 4. I want to see what James thinks of it because it looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. Supposedly,
Again, it's like from what I've seen from the demo, it's like it. I'm convinced that the way they're handling Pikmin games now is that they're gonna change the way they play depending on like if they're an odd-numbered game or an even-numbered game. Like the odd-numbered games are a little more, well, basically the typical like survival mentality sort of games, like the original, like this game right here, or Pikmin 3 with its juice mechanics.
right.
Pikmin 2 is a lot more lax in that regard, where you have as many days as you want just to clear your objective, and it's primarily involving the primary objective is more so doing a lot of treasure hunting and spelunking, which Pikmin 4 seems to be doing a little bit more of as well.
Sure, it's fair, it's fair.
Right, because it's like, especially with the demo, it's like they actually let you go underground a couple of times, and it's like, yeah, it's more or less the same thing where you're collecting treasure in order to fulfill your quota. Whereas opposed to last time, where you're doing it for the sake of pure profits. You're doing it because they contain a whole bunch of glittery stuff that powers up your ship.
Right, and it allows you to craft new materials and upgrades, and that's the other thing that's almost going to be playing more like an action RPG of sorts, where you can like gain benefits and increases, and there's various different changes involved. I'm very curious to see how it's going to turn out, so I'll be looking forward to checking that out. Yay! As in checking out through James, because I'm not smart enough to play these games on my own blindly.
Lies.
And I like watching him. I like watching him play as well. It's fun. It's relaxing. It's a nice, enjoyable little romp through nature.
Facts.
Go stomp that creature's face in for science.
Okay.
For science!
You monster.
Nice. That's it.
Yes, GLaDOS.
Your corner now,
You have nowhere to
sucker.
run, you piece of shit.
Nuts, he ran.
After a while, I think he literally just runs away or literally buries himself straight into the ground.
Don't blame him. I don't blame him. All right, let's go take down a frickin' tank.
Fellas?
Fellas,
They're just
stuck.
they're just vibing. Don't worry about them.
They're stuck.
They're fine.
They are 100. They are 100% stuck. All right, well, MB, I need you to come up with some names right away. Oh wait. Actually, if you're you're right. If you're close enough, can you?
Oh, we saved one. Oh, a couple other got stuck in his place.
No.
Well,
Yeah.
do you think they're close enough to base to register as being at base?
Hang on.
Maybe.
Hang on. In order to beat this, James will press the A button 100 times to prove his point and save his flock. Oh. You actually can't unless they get close enough to you.
Well,
All right. Come up with two
you guys are
names
fresh.
fast.
You guys are
Andy.
dead meat.
No, don't. No, hang on. No, wait.
MB, the boundaries, MB. We can't save them.
Oh, we saved one.
I think we
Can't
saved them both.
save
Oh, we
them,
saved.
MB.
Okay, never mind. We saved them.
We're gonna have
Wait, never mind.
to.
They're still
No,
starting. There
wait.
we go.
We're gonna have to roast them. There's absolutely nothing we can do. All the more eat them.
They're literally fine. What are you talking about?
We are eating them.
No. Is it because I made it a food theme? You just want food?
Yeah, I bought. Wait, where's our other? Oh, there you are. Okay, now then.
Oh, fucker.
Bruh.
Yes.
Literally disappeared just as I was about to nail him.
Can't believe you've done this.
They want their nectar, which is why we gotta get the green Levy ones up there first and fast. Before
After
one
all this,
just.
Olamar's right arm is literally going to be like hulkishly huge.
I love this. I love this idea now that instead of Ochi, he just shows up. Hey, Louie, what do you think? And he's just walking like mugshot.
Well, no. What he's doing is he's just hopping because it's only the one arm that got super beefy.
Right, so he's kind of doing like a limping like forward thing, but regardless, if he gives you the happy slaps, that just knocks out a Bulborb in a single strike.
It's Kibby.
It's like
Kibby.
it's like he goes up to
Kibby.
So I heard the truth about those space buddies.
just lifts an arm up.
What you have to say for yourself, little mister?
I just
Anyway, little Kibby over there, as MB calls him. I forget the exact name of the species. It's something like cannon beetle or something like that.
Kibby.
We dealt with one earlier back in the distant spring. But basically, the one thing you want to do against these guys is that when they're about to launch their little cannon attack, their weak spot will be exposed. Their little
it sucks in air.
Yeah, it sucks in air, which you can basically you can launch a Pikmin, stuff up his breathing spot, and then his weak spot on the back will be exposed. And while it may look hot and look steamy and hot to the touch, you can throw any type of Pikmin onto it and it won't hurt them. And it won't hurt them.
Yay.
Yep, we're just keeping the reds because they're the strongest.
Right.
Best
Also,
friend.
I don't know why. Also, I don't know. I don't know why I keep. I don't know why I keep
Hello.
forwarding it with I don't know why because it's just funny to me. Yeah. There we are.
And there we go. Fry him.
Yippee!
Run away, but you just grab him. But I love the image in my head of you keeping.
Oh shit.
But I love the image in my head of Olimar standing up to Louis and he just cracks a single knuckle in his hand. Boom! And just a shock, just like a shockwave, like freaking Metro Man.
You
in
punk, I
in
feel
Mega
you.
Man.
I love this.
Which I have to ask. I know there's the haha funny fart edits of that scene. What actually did he do to cause that massive like shock?
Oh, but his calf muscles expanded.
They just flexed and then.
Oh, okay.
Woof,
And I know Titan was, but yes, I've seen the stupid funny fart edits where he does it, and then Titan's like,
It's like, oh, hang on.
At last, my radiation canopy. This turns the harsh radiation of deep space into soft infrared rays that are easy on the body. I'll sleep like a baby once I get this back in the ship.
But yeah, it's
Almost
like
done it,
it's
the
like I
29th
know it's a
part.
very easy, dumb joke, but there is just something about how it's paired up that does just get me every time.
well, it's between the look, it's between of course, the fart with reverb, the shockwave, the immediate reaction of like not even disgust, but more so just fear of the man that he is facing. I know, yeah, I can hear it. Like, yeah, that's just how it be. Of
Why
what is to
why is
come.
my brain now thinking about like taking Olimar and doing the whole, like the Megamind in the door, like looking in the door, the peek hole, the whole.
Oh, the
yeah,
no bitches
that.
look.
Always like no Pikmin, no Pikmin.
That's it. That would make sense. You
Yes,
are. Oh,
but
and
no
you get two more. Okay. And there you go. We'll now have plenty of reds, which means that we'll be fully equipped for tomorrow's struggle.
Oh yeah.
We got this. You got this. We
But,
believe.
but again, like as you see here, even with us futzing about and having fun laughs and stuff like that. Hello, Jerry. We managed to. We've literally are about to approach the end of this game, and James still has more than half of his timer left.
Doing great. Crushing it.
I remember now what I was thinking, James, was that like I think it's like,
Yeah, there's a couple of stragglers. I'll have to pick them up as soon as these guys deliver the canopy.
hang on, here we go.
Oh, Vic!
All this time we've been flying our ship without a freaking windshield cover.
Maybe we just,
Yeah?
yeah, we
It's
just
fine.
train all the bugs.
I was just saying,
You know what the canopy? You know what that thing reminds me of? It's like those kinds of like
pop cap things.
It's like when you're making pasta or whatever, and it or you're
A strainer?
Yeah, it's a strainer.
Strainer!
It looks like a fucking strainer without its handle.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll have to inspect it later to make sure it hasn't cracked. I'll be in for even more trouble if I have any radiation leaks. But with that, I've recovered 29 out of 30 parts. Increasing the dolphin's capabilities, my search can now cover a wider area.
And I believe. Oh yeah, and it's about to say right now, yeah, just like that, we have actually James has not also captured every required part.
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah, no. Like again, there are only 25. There are 25 mandatory parts, and there are 5 optional parts. The fifth optional part will be at the exact area we'll be coming to tomorrow.
Okie
But
dokie.
yeah. So yeah, otherwise we literally can now just throw Pikmin at that thing and hope to God that we can kill it for the next 15 days, but we'll still win.
They're
Technically.
carrying
I don't know.
Yep.
Kibby.
It's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, they're not only
So,
carrying Kibby, they're gonna eat Kibby.
Okay, I should ask, what is
Oh.
Kibby?
Feast, 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 feast.
Okay, I should ask.
Again, I think it's something along the lines of an armored cannon.
Oh, I know
but
that.
I, don't think that's the
I
actual
know
name
that.
of
I'm
it.
saying, why to MB? What is a kibby? Like, why is that? Why does that constitute a
it's just
kibby?
You know, you feel it. It's like a name. You just like it feels right.
It
It's
just
Kibby.
feel right.
So it's like the equivalent of I see a little poodle walking next to walking with its owner, and I just look at it. It's like you're a Francis
Exactly.
Or Fifi? Definitely a fruit. Definitely a
or
F in
Fifi.
there.
Yeah, that's a more appropriate.
Definitely an F in there somewhere.
I hope you know my name is actually Leopold.
What were you guys doing here?
They're vibing. They're having a party.
Sorry, continue.
That's water.
Well, this is what I say to vibers.
Water! Water! Don't let Jerry drown!
I do-
Don't let
I
Jerry
do-
drown!
Let that be a lesson.
I do love that that video, that tweet we found where the Reddit post, the guy narrating where he's like, "Yes, my yellow Pikmin loves swimming," and somebody edited in the like freaking out inside the water.
God, now it just sound like a drowning cat. But yeah, now that we're pretty much all cleaned up here, so we could just spend the rest of the night literally just improving our Pikmin numbers because we're gonna absolutely need as much as we can for the final trial.
Okie dokie.
So, random thoughts, because usually we sometimes do this in our conversations.
Excellent.
So I saw a mod that I'm a little mixed on, but I'm kind of curious to see how it turns
Which
out.
one?
So it's an overhaul.
What's that?
So it's an overhaul mod for Sonic Frontiers.
Oh.
In which Sonic is actually now replaced with Amy.
Ooh.
Primarily because the combat and stuff, and so instead of just Sonic's kicks, it's the Pico Hammer and all that stuff.
Pico!
So what they've done is they replaced Sonic's in-game model. Wait, what are we looking for, James? Oh, which one?
I'm just checking to see what I want to prioritize as far as Pikmin numbers are concerned.
Yeah, we technically have the lowest of reds, I think.
Oh no, we have more than enough reds. Like combine what I already have on my party.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
compared
Yeah,
to what's already in the
283. Yeah, then I guess it's blues that you technically have the least amount of.
onion. Yeah, even though being real, I'm not really going to need to worry about how many. You know what? I'm not going to worry about how many blue Pikmin I have because I'm not going to take them into the final fight unless I absolutely have no choice.
Right. What we need is a strong combative force. But anyway, so it's replacing. So what the mod does is it replaces Sonic's in-game model. Has all new combat and animations tied. Well, not animations, but new poses and things for Amy's fighting. Even comes with some different. Comes with some different outfits for her to wear. New hammer spin over the jump ball, so she does her hammer bop on the ground from SA1.
Nice.
Okay.
Comes with new cutscenes, as in a new power boost cutscene, special abilities in her own super form, a lot of different things. And the part that I know people are gonna be iffy about, for that extra level of immersion, whenever Amy appears in a cutscene, because it's Sonic's in-game model and pretty much all the cutscenes are rendered in real time.
Yeah.
They've used AI to generate Amy's voice reading the dialogue in those cutscenes.
Because, people just have that much of a hate for just asking someone to record those lines.
Right.
Yeah, because that is the problem. Because
I'm just saying modding people. A person, call me Ryan, perfect Amy voice that they're perfectly willing if you ask them.
But now would they be willing to do a full reread of the entire script of Sonic Frontiers?
If I can't really speak on their behalf, but
You know what?
personally
You're
speaking,
all
I think it'd be
modders.
cool.
You're more than welcome to ask.
The more I don't know. This is me trying to
I
play.
guess it's also a matter of will it require pay?
I was about to say, and this is not to say that voice actors do not deserve pay. I'm simply doing my best to. We're missing a Pikmin. There you are. I'm simply doing my best to play devil's advocate. I can assume if it's a modder who's just doing it as a hobby and is not planning to sell this mod and was just doing it for free, doing it themselves for free to be creative, it could be that they just AI was the cheaper alternative. Is it right? No, but I understand if they're on a budget that's why they chose to do that.
There's that too, and it's also a matter of considering this is a Sonic mod we're talking about here, the last thing you want to go doing is to ask for do a whole Kickstarter campaign or Indiegogo or whatever, or Patreon or whatever to fund it, because that's pretty much what in the Sonic community's terms, that's literally poking the bear.
So
Well,
I
to be
guess.
fair,
So I guess that,
to be fair, who's to say that they need to make money off these mods? It's not like It's not like it's in a fully original asset that they plan on selling on their own. It's just like you said, a fan of it.
Right.
Right. And, I mean, obviously, Sega usually turns the other way because that shit's like usually offered for free.
All right, go for it, James.
Anyway, 15 days since Impact. I was really hoping it wouldn't come to that, but whatever.
Okay.
At last, but a single part remains. Since I've recovered 29 of the missing parts, the Dolphin's power is near capacity. In the forest depths below, I see a region where the final part must lie. Clearly, this is my final trial. My life support fails in 15 days. Courage.
Courage.
Got this.
Courage.
Which I don't know. Then the most I could try to think of then hype is, and I don't know. Again, I apologize that the topic is now getting to this serious kind of thing. Is I'm like, oh, hang on. First of all, over there on that distant island.
Yep, this is where we will come to our final trial, and just for the occasion, how appropriate that we come to this right as we come across a meteor shower.
I don't know if the meteor actually affects anything, or if it's just for flair.
It's just for flair. That's all it is. Because
Alright.
after that, you never see it again.
Solar
Okay.
flare?
Haha. All right, hop to it, James, with your
You know, it's a
environment.
good thing that Olimar didn't think to actually try to lift off the moment that happened, because history
Kaboom!
would repeat itself.
Jeezums. So just like that.
So the final trial. What's going to happen here is the following: we're going to take each of every specific Pikmin to undergo certain tasks in order for Olimar to reach the other side. It's a very short stretch from here all the way up to over here, where the final piece will be found.
But there is
So first and foremost, we're going to take about 10 red Pikmin, and I'm going to have these bad boys cross through this here obstacle to the left,
we have to be
which
very
is
mindful.
glowing with fire.
And we need to be careful because we have to use a mechanic that James showed off, I think, at least once. But the idea that like we can't fall behind them, but we can still direct them.
Yep. Because so long as you whistle them and they're following your command, they will try to follow Olimar no matter what.
And then I think just dismiss them. There you go.
Yep, dismiss them and they will push that their box. That's phase 1. Phase 2 will require some blue Pikmin to build 2 bridges from one half to the other.
I think we also need yellow Pikmin to go upwards, like because I thought there was something over to the upper right, or is that just more? Oh, that's right.
That's phase 3.
Okay, phase
Right.
3. Yeah, for now, a lot of bridges being built. But so while he's doing that, like, because I guess the ethical question I'm thinking is hype is that like, so you and I we're both proponents of the idea that like someone should not have to quote unquote pay to play, right? Like in terms of like being creative and stuff, like in the sense of like, hey, if you have this idea and you have this thing, like you shouldn't be limited by the size of your wallet on whether or not you want to create that thing if you have the tools for it. Like, or say if you want a job, you shouldn't have to pay money just to get the ability to apply for a position, kind of thing. So then I'm just thinking like, so again, me playing devil's advocate, I'm happy to again accept like thoughts on this matter that don't just boil down to, well, do this. No, well, hang on, what we need to talk about it is if somebody has the tools and the knowledge to put together an entire mod of this stuff for Amy, but they just don't have the actual budget because they spent it all on the other parts of the mod, if they don't have the budget for voice actors, I guess then I don't know. Because then the idea boils down to like, should they wait? Should they not do it? Like are they to be completely limited now immediately by that, or is it more so like, hey, we'll just put the mod out without the acting, then get it later or something? I don't know.
Well, first off, I do want to question, like, you mentioned budget a handful of times. Like, how are we to assume that they spent any money to work on any of this?
Because I assume either, I guess that's true. Because I don't know, like, if they had.
I mean, it depends. It depends because not every mod project is going to be done completely free of charge. Like some people will go the extra mile to pay for the extra help.
So then, so if we're to assume it's pro bono, then I have to assume this is also why I say thank goodness these guys know to not drop the bomb right away.
Yeah.
Again, if this was Pikmin 3, this would be completely impossible because the moment you chuck them, they will just drop it and run away.
Right.
Yeah.
I just immediately think.
And it will ignite.
Uh-oh.
But so just be mindful, because it's like, okay, so let's for the sake of argument, let's assume the modder knew how to compose some music or knew how to animate the models and put them in to make this all work, and the one thing they couldn't do was voice act themselves. So then again, would you say then, Hype, that there is some room for argument of they didn't want to spend money just to be creative, they wanted to put this out in the world, and they have the tool now, this being AI, to make that. I don't know. It's so.
Well, I think
It's-
I think if I were to be in that situation, I would say the first option I would explore is if there is an opportunity where I could do this without the need, if I could find an actor to do it without the need of paying a cent, because like you'd be surprised how many like voiceover things in communities like that actually do it just out of passion for the project as opposed to just being paid.
You left some blues behind.
As of course we did, because some of the, again, I
They
fucking
get
hate
stuck.
the pathing of the Pikmin when it comes to bridges.
It's more they just decided that they wanted to like taste the wall.
Also, what the fuck were you doing? They went through the
Oh, because he was trying to follow back past you, so they went around the way. Okay, so good news, James. You
What
no
the
longer.
fuck,
Good news,
guys?
James. You have no longer left. Oh no, there was one Pikmin that was smart. I was about to say.
Aw.
Bad news, James. You've left the Pikmin behind. Good news, James. 0 Pikmin are left behind.
Fantastic.
At least it wasn't Jerry.
Anyway, from here on out, we're not going to have to worry about blue Pikmin unless we run into the nightmare scenario of running out of red Pikmin.
Yep. Which.
Because for what we're about to come across, red and yellow Pikmin are practically necessary.
Yes.
Yep. For both
Gotcha.
offense and for utility.
Actually, hold on a moment. How many yellows do I currently have out on the field? Because they're going to be very helpful for the coming.
I'd
the
say get at
upcoming
least
fight.
20 out.
20's fine. And say for the event you're running low on certain types of Pikmin, these candy pop buds will be there to help you replenish certain numbers.
Yep. Now.
Because look at how many red Pikmin I have here. Like, say if I was really needing to change them out in favor of, like, yellows or, God forbid, blues, I mean, yeah, that option.
All right. So here comes our first test of the trial. Number 1. Getting 100 Pikmin onto the other side of 2 bridges.
I believe in you.
We Oh.
Don't
One
worry, Pikmin,
bridge.
I'm right beside
One
you.
bridge.
Because, yes, it is entirely possible for them to... Thank goodness. It's entirely possible for them
Oh, no.
to go into the drain.
One fell on his face.
Yeah, no, that's something I really do not like about Pikmin 1 and to some degree 2. The Pikmin can sometimes be stupid enough to trip and fall on themselves.
I blame Sakurai. All right.
What is this?
This right here may look like a docile little bit of plant life. Actually, let's ignore that for the time being, because I want to break down that wall first.
We need that wall, because that is going to be our ammunition for this fight, because, oh boy. While we do this... Yeah, okay, I remember the other thing I was to say. Number 1, Star Fox 64's composer, because I keep forgetting which session we did. Star Fox 64's composer is the one responsible for the music in this game. Very good.
Yeah, pretty good stuff. Anyway, before you continue that
Yes.
theory, or that thought, Chuck, check this out.
Huh?
Wake him up.
Wow, literally blew Chuck away!
What is that?
Meet the Emperor Bulblax, the final boss of Pikmin 1.
Oh.
It is huge, and it's got a tongue that can slurp up multiple Pikmin if you are careless. What you want to do is let out a comet. Basically, what you're going to want to do is follow kamikaze soldier logic.
Yeah, unfortunately so.
I'm sure there's a way. You could do it without sacrificing a Pikmin, but it is essentially the easiest way to do it.
Oh, no.
Right. Basically, what we're going to want to do is wait for him to let out his tongue, and hope to God that it. Well, it can also let the. Unfortunately, one striker unfortunately got themselves eaten.
Yeah, you're going to have a lot of listing to do, potentially, Sammy.
Yeah, no, this right here is pretty much where a lot of your Pikmin are going to live to die, because this is literally the final trial. Just you, your Pikmin, and this big ass bitch.
But when you eat a bomb rock,
Ooh.
blam! It stuns
you
him,
go.
and this is your moment to get as
Suggestion.
much damage as possible. Because the problem is that I'm noticing. Oh, get away! Oh, also that stomp can kill Pikmin.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
So the problem is that the Emperor Bulblax has insane defense. There you go. The Bulblax has insane. Wait for that. Yeah, and don't get close to its mouth, because that explosion when it pops out of its mouth can actually kill Pikmin as well.
Uh-oh.
All right, come back. Uh-oh.
Oh, no. That was a lot of them. One of them fell in the face. Come back, Jerry.
Not too many yet, though. We still got a little bit of
Did
time
Jerry
here.
already die?
No, Jerry's still alive. He was the one who, was the straggler.
Go.
Go Nibbles.
Nipples.
Nibbles.
Fine.
I will add
There you go.
Nibbles to the list. Rest in peace, little Nibbles.
But yeah, so the problem is that the Emperor Bulblax has... Recall him now. The Emperor Bulblax has... Oh,
Well, I tried to recall them.
I know. Okay, let's keep going, though. We still got numbers. Let's refill some bomb rocks.
Yep.
So the problem is...
These pipes are filled to the brim with bomb rocks, and if you have yellow Pikmin on hand, you're going to want to carry as much as you can.
Yeah, so in essence, to get back to where we're going, the
That's good enough.
The Emperor Bulblax...
Also, would you mind getting out of the way, sir?
Yeah, sorry.
You're kind of... Oh, don't go showing your fanny at me, you piece of shit.
You should get out of the way.
You did say that. Fair is fair.
Wait, did that? Oh, that didn't get him. Oh, you know what? That yellow Pikmin actually just was able to toss the bomb rock at him as opposed to waiting for the guy to feast.
Right, but it needs to be inside because yes. So the main tactic, as far as this thing is concerned, this thing has way too much defense.
Oh, you left
And
one
the
behind.
So the
He's
thing has
fine.
way too much. Come on, do the tongue thing.
He just did it. I don't think doing that's the best idea.
Oh yeah. Okay. I think we just.
I
need
gotta
to-
wait for him to actually just wait for him to attack and then launch like that.
now.
Sorry, buddy.
But yeah.
I'm
So
sorry.
So in total, the problem is that the thing has way too much defense, and it has the attacks. Calm down. Calm down. And it.
Also, once its health is low enough, it will start to retaliate with a new attack.
A new
That can
attack.
very much catch you off guard and wipe out most of your Pikmin.
Yep,
What is the
see?
new attack?
Like that!
Oh,
Uh oh.
Goodbye, Nibbles.
Oh,
You already had
oh,
And the
Nibbles
rest.
die.
Oh,
You
Lord.
can't have two. There are two of them.
Nibbles Jr.
Basically, he'll just start hopping mad like that. Oh.
yeah.
Wow, you are literally you are a survivor, my
He's
buddy.
like, help me! Alright, so now this is it.
Fucking hell! Stop that!
Oh, my lord.
The Bulbax is like, well, maybe you should stop trying to kill me. Do you ever think about
It's a little
that?
bit of... There it is, there. It's a little bit of like a waiting game, but anyway, so...
Got him.
That's why you need the bomb rocks, because otherwise you will never get a moment to actually like deal some damage to this
Yeah.
thing amidst its other attacks. Alright, here we go.
Makes sense.
I need more red Pikmin.
Yep, let's go.
Yeah.
Time to gather
Right back.
Oh, no.
numbers. Oh.
Oh,
That's
now where
inside
you
his
go, you
model.
I'd say just
pansy?
dismiss him here. Yep.
You
But
guys
yeah.
wait here.
But thankfully, the Bulblax will never leave its arena.
Yay.
Yep. And if I'm able to, I want to try to get this done in one day.
Right.
Because we don't have too much time left, but he's already on his last legs.
You got it.
I forget. Does its health regrow by the next day, or will it like if we get it down to half health, will it be at half health?
I think it'll be at half health, but I don't remember. Would you check up on that for me?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Hi.
Go ahead, me what?
You were about to say something. It sounded like.
Oh no, all I was doing was just being silly and voicing the Emperor there.
I like
Oh,
it.
fair enough.
Yeah.
I know you do.
Silly. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good.
Okay, so I see right
Also,
here.
why?
Did we forget one? Oh.
Why he also
Okay, so-
like salivating the whole time?
Because he's
Like,
hungry.
Oh, because he's
Because
hungry.
because he got a big tongue.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Buddy!
Could have been worse.
Hopefully this will be enough.
No.
Oh, it's
You
so
just wanna-
close.
Not enough.
It's so
Back
close.
up, back up.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
okay, this should be enough though. Let's just grab what we can, get another bomb rock, and let's just knock this thing out.
I only
2
have, like-
yellows left.
Shit, I think I only have like 2 yellow
You
Pikmin
can do it. You
left.
can
But
do
this
it.
is
You can
fine.
three.
To the
You
right,
got
to the
like
right.
Oh,
three.
3.
To the right, to the right.
To
There
the
they
right,
are.
to the right, to the right, to the
I'm
right.
just gonna have to make do with what I got.
Yep.
You got this.
Come on, fellas. It's now or never.
Come on, men! Nobody lives forever!
Okay, and here we go.
Hey, I've been told into a
But yeah,
hole.
so that's-
Can I go home?
You're excused.
Hey, buddy, I'm back. I'm right behind you.
Now don't jump. Just go for the tongue. There you go. Okay. Yep,
You
this
got
is
it.
it.
You got it. You got it.
This
Just
is
don't
the
get too
fight.
close.
This
Don't
is
get
it.
too close.
Get him now!
Get him! Get him!
This should finish him off.
Oh,
No, it didn't. Oh, wait, no, it didn't.
Oh, that was close. All right.
And the sea goes sinking into the abyss.
Kaboom.
man, it would have been so horrible if you did kill a and ended up taking all of those reds with it.
A complete.
Oh, that would have been
a complete
awful.
and
But
utter
look what
waste.
look what it spat out. At long last, I found the final part, my secret safe, and it's as full as ever. How glad I am that I persisted in my search without losing hope. Now I can leave this planet without any regrets. Maybe I'll even stop to pick up some souvenirs from my wife and kids back on planet Hokitate.
Oh, let's hope
And a
to
couple
God
of
that
pills
can
just in
actually
case
happen.
you
For
need
now,
the restoration.
for now, we're gonna focus see if we can get this. We should have enough time to get this back.
Yeah, it's just the one like light stretch to the end.
Now, I will say, I wish there was a way to get these bomb rock Pikmin to drop the bomb rocks, but unless there's a worthwhile target, I don't think you can do that.
You know what? These
Yeah.
are the souvenirs for the for his family.
That's volatile.
Look what I got you! Boom. And that's what led to the plot of Pikmin 2. What do you
I know
Really?
really I can get rid of him.
Wait. No.
Wow, I didn't really get rid of them. I'm shocked. Come on, fellas.
Why would you do
I thought that would have worked.
What if they go into the water?
No,
They'd have to
stop.
drop it then.
No, you already sacrificed one by throwing into the pit. Don't do that, please.
Oh, it dissolved.
See?
No. Oh, hey, it did it.
And there you go. There you go.
can't
Get out now.
can't.
Stop playing
Oh.
now.
You
It can't.
Oh, to the left, to the left.
Buddy.
Never mind.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
To test
Well,
something,
but at
that's
least
all.
I got...
I don't like
science.
these tests.
They feed it to the blue Pikmin thing. Like, yeah. Yeah, so I looked it up. So the Emperor Bulblax can regenerate, but it regenerates very slowly. So like it would have some of its health back the next day, but not all of it.
Okay. That's a... I mean, with that all said, we're done. That's it for the game, folks. I finally recovered every ship part. Now I can return home to planet Hokitate.
It's a bummer that they don't give the extra spiel on it because it was the last part. But who cares? The dolphin.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, let's remember here. We went to all this trouble. We lost so many Pikmin just to get his piggy bank back.
Hokatashans are greedy. Now we can
They're
get
the treasure seekers.
Now we can get the heck out of here.
Because we got every piece, we get the
before we
best
do-
ending.
But before we do, we should say thank you to our friends.
Bye, friends. Bye, Joey.
Goodbye, everybody. It was been a slice.
Bye,
Me?
friends.
I get the feeling they don't understand a word I say.
Oh, Wells.
Like incompetence.
Oh, but we love them.
I will remember you all in therapy.
Goodbye, everyone. I'll remember you all in therapy.
I remember I was gonna say way earlier was that I think what I love about the GameCube titles, like between this and Luigi's Mansion, is that they're hang on,
Let's see!
the Pikmin have learned.
Yep, the Pikmin actually learned to fend for themselves thanks to our leadership.
In the neutral ending, I believe that I believe in the neutral ending that Bulborb like actually starts to attack them and the onions have to flee. But here we've taught them how to actually fend for themselves. But anyway,
And again, Olimar can finally leave the planet with no regrets.
No
Yeah.
regrets.
but no,
And something that the other games don't really elaborate on too much, or let alone this game. There's more than just 3 types of onions.
green, orange, black, purple, red.
They were planting the seeds.
But no, what was it? I think what I love about the GameCube era of games that a lot of them are like very tight-knit, focused games that they don't drag, so to speak. Like between this and Luigi's Mansion, like they're very replayable because they're so, swift, like because they're just such tight, focused experiences.
They're tight focused, and especially in Pikmin 1's case, it's very open-ended on how you proceed, because there's only like 3 major levels in the game and 2 smaller ones, and your whole goal is they're all like sandboxes where your whole thing is just to find all your ship parts. And I mean, you can pretty much do them in any order you want, assuming you have the right resources.
Right, like as soon as you unlock every Pikmin, which you get pretty early in this game compared to 2 and 3.
Oh,
Man, look at
I don't have enough names for
Soil.
that.
Soil
Well, to be
it.
fair, you've lost the least amount of Pikmin compared to your other days.
Yeah, look at that.
That is true. By
a lot.
Thinking about it, that's actually my best record.
Look at that. So look at that. You're good. You're doing. Like, yeah, they do this cute little thing to explore your records because so the game's based around like how well can you optimize, how well you can do this and this. I'm gonna give that Zero Death Run a look-see later, but
Yeah, just how was he able to pull that freaking godly magic off?
I'm gonna look into that.
And here's where we get to see all of our ship parts, including all the 5 optional ones, which include our Nova Blaster, the Space Float, the Massage Machine, the UV Lamp, and our Secrets.
Piggy bank.
So
Actually, now that I stop and think about it, I guess that is kind of the one thing I will definitely say that's kind of weird about this game. Even though there's only 5 optional parts, they're relatively easy to get compared to some of the mandatory ones that are actually, some of them can get pretty anal. And again, some of them are just downright, like, you see them as, they say they're mandatory, but what's so mandatory about the Extraordinary Bolt, or the, I'm trying to see what else is here that's,
well,
I mean, granted,
our
the-
pilot
I guess-
seat. You could, Olimar, you can sit on the floor if it means survival.
You could technically make the argument the Libra and the Sagittarius are technically, they don't really serve any, functional ship. They don't serve any purpose to your ship's function. But at the same time, they're family heirlooms. So I guess
Yeah,
there's that much.
they have sentimental value.
But like, Do we really need the main engine? Like, do we really need that? Like, come on.
That's literally the first part you get in the game. How could you not need it?
We don't need it.
Olimar just manages to fly off by flapping his arms.
Yeah.
Get yourself.
He just lifts himself up like the Lorix back to Hokatate.
But yes.
So, in any case, James, what are your thoughts on Pikmin 1?
I have a very weird history with this game. Like, I remember, I've known about it since it initially came out. Like, I had the booklet and everything from Nintendo Power, and I've definitely seen I've seen it advertised a lot on, like, Nintendo Power and whatnot, and I remember renting it a long time ago, but I wasn't able to jive with it back at the time, and to some degree, the same applies to Pikmin 2. It wouldn't be until Pikmin 3 came out, and when I really start to really appreciate Pikmin as a series, and honestly, it wouldn't even be until the Switch versions of Pikmin 1 where I'd really just, I look at it and it's like, okay, I gotta do this. I need to actually make the effort to freaking beat it and see what's so special about it. And, like, once I had, it's like, yeah, no, I can see where a lot of people are coming from. Or, like, even if the 30-day time limit might seem daunting to many players, and I honestly think it's probably its best feature because it pretty much encourages players to optimize how to find every ship part and how to optimize building up your Pikmin.
And it is more generous than you may expect. Like, it's definitely made for beginners to get used to this.
Oh yeah, no, like, if you know what you're doing, you can easily get it done in half the time, or less. Like, some people are demonic enough to actually get it done in, like, not even reaching the 10-day mark.
Wow.
Again, like we said earlier, that no death run. Granted, it was a segmented run, so it wasn't in one complete marathon sitting, but he managed to beat it with no deaths in 6 days.
Yeah, that's insane.
Which actually makes no sense because there's 6 areas in the game. I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna figure out exactly how.
Yeah, something seems awfully fishy about that. Now that you say that,
I'll look into that and figure that out. But for now,
otherwise, I'll definitely say, like, between the original duology on the GameCube, I definitely think this is easily the stronger one, just because of its tighter design, and also just how much more replayable it is. And also, since we did 100% completion, we get to learn about every single enemy we've come across.
The armored cannon beetle.
like Kibby. And about this.
What is that?
The beady long legs. Wow.
It's supposed to be the Shaggy one, though. I don't like the Shaggy one.
Yeah, Shaggy one sucks. And then there's the bread bug that we took out relatively quickly on our first session.
He screams.
I completely forgot about this session. It's been so long since I completely forgot that. Yeah, that was the moment. That was the moment when we were in the pool and the lifeguard came in and he just got taken down.
I know, right? Also, something interesting regarding the Switch release of Pikmin 1, they actually re-recorded every single bit of footage regarding all this. Like, because it used to, like, between the original GameCube release and the Wii, the new Play Control version of Pikmin, they primarily used footage that was from, like, earlier builds of the game.
Oh.
Whereas here, they actually, I guess, to make up for the fact that technically they had to upscale it for modern day TVs. They re-recorded all the footage, and it actually, honestly, it's kind of interesting in a way. But yeah, here's where the dwarf bullborn. It may look similar, but it's actually a totally different species. They'll elaborate more on that in Pikmin 2.
Oh.
And then there's the big daddy of them all, the Emperor Bullblacks.
He was easy to kill.
He smells.
He smells, and he won't stop drooling.
And they don't stop drooling, and they don't stop drooling, and they don't stop drooling, and they don't stop drooling.
So, hi, what did you think of Pikmin 1? Watching.
I mean, just as usual, I appreciate it for being like a pretty fun original idea.
Oh, real quick, this is what would take the Mimuta's place on number days in the Impact site.
Yes, which only water blue Pikmin can handle it safely. Sorry, continue. Hi.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, like I appreciate it for being like the neat, unique series that it is. Like I said, I don't see myself personally getting into it just because it's a genre of game I'm not too interested in, but I am still amused that it's caught on as quick as it has been, and that it's, developed a fan base that I do think it did earn its fan base. Like, it's very much in the same vein of Splatoon, where it's like, I'm not too into the game myself, but I'm happy that other people are.
It's like that odd. It's that odd stepchild in Miyamoto's family of Nintendo-made games that somehow was able to get much bigger as the series went along. Especially now with Pikmin 3 Deluxe and becoming the massive successes that they were.
Yeah. And I'm someone who
Like Pikmin 4, even though the game isn't even out yet at the time of this recording, like it managed to make. It was able to make It made record-breaking numbers as far as pre-orders are concerned, to the point where I think it got sold out on Amazon of Japan.
Holy
Oh wow.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely excited for that. Any other things, Hype?
No, that's about it. What about you, MB? From everything you've seen, what do you think of the Pikmin?
Yeah.
I think this is cool. I mean, again, I'd only been exposed to Pikmin from like Smash Brothers, so like I didn't really know a lot about the series.
There was also the shorts we showed you earlier.
You did show me the shorts. So before that, so like coming in, like not having a lot of knowledge, this game's pretty fun. I also think I couldn't play this game for the sole reason of I get attached very easily, and I would be very upset for any of my Pikmin who die. But it's still fun. Again, I would enjoy it. I'm very happy to play backseat and then just come up with silly names for any of the fallen. But it's fun.
I'll still say for what it's worth, MB, say if you ever do get into the series, also, hello, Smith Frog. If you are ever to get into the series, definitely start with Pikmin 3 Deluxe, because I think that's easily the most accessible game in the series today.
Sure.
I think so.
That's fine.
Oh,
That and honestly, the trio of explorers you play as during that game, I think have that extra edge bit of personality that wasn't entirely present with Olimar and to a certain extent Louie.
the original.
Oh gosh, that scream.
But yeah, no, as someone who had not typically, because I remember the 30-day thing used to actually intimidate me as a kid. Sorry, I never actually played this game like fully until like more in my adult life. But I'm still a little torn, especially with Pikmin 4, because I love the idea of Pikmin, but I really, really do think, for me, the peak Pikmin experience is Pikmin 3 co-op with a friend. Like, swapping to and, like, multitasking and, like, just optimizing what you do. There's something really satisfying about pulling off, like, a long string of things all happening at once. I love that. I love that, like that part of my brain loves getting scratched in games like this. So I'm hoping that maybe in Pikmin 5 they'll bring a return to that.
Also, Nintendo, if you're watching this, why did you change the names from Wally Walks to Wally Hops? I'm still curious about that.
I don't care either, actually. But that's all you need to know.
Happy end.
Happy
end.
Yay!
Brought to you in part by Nintendo.
Wait, Nintendo made this game? That's crazy.
You're right. You're right. I could have sworn it was Duracell. Wait till next game, everybody.
No, that's the second game.
I know.
Yeah, second game, and assuming we're not playing the Switch version, which got rid of all the tie-ins.
Fair.
Right.
But there you go.
So funny. So that's pretty much it for Pikmin 1. Though funny thing is that once you beat the game once, you also unlock a challenge mode.
Oh.
And it's not quite as extravagant as later games would handle them. It's primarily like a whole how many Pikmin can you grow in a day sort of challenge.
Oh.
And they let you play through every single area of the game, including the final shrine.
Huh.
You know what? Why not? Since we only got this experience in the one day. So
How do you...
while I experience one more day, growing as many Pikmin as possible.
Oh, I see. Because they actually will put. I was going to say, how do you do that here? But I see now how. It's because they actually do edit the maps and put new things around here.
Yep. Added a couple monsters, a couple pellets, and hopefully you have what it takes to meet the challenge.
So I guess I'm naming all of these then? Is this what's happening?
Only if you want to.
Well, I made a whole list of them because I thought it would give us a tally for the end of when we beat the final boss. But like, that's fine. I'll just use these names. It's fine.
Alright, well, I mean, we still got time to kill, so let's hear it.
Salmon, herring, tuna, shrimp, crawfish, lobster, crab, honey, peanut butter, Nutella, butter, olive oil, egg, ramen, udon, spaghetti, linguine, goldfish, pretzel, Oreo, Swiss roll, Reese's, M&M's, Snickers, Kit Kat, Musketeer, Mike, Ike, Gobstopper, Butterfinger, Skittles, Swedish Fish. You see a theme? Nerds, Dum Dum.
I was going to say, I love that Mike and Ike were both listed separately.
They are separate. Nerds, Dum Dum, Pop Rocks, Cotton Candy, Gummy Bear, Trolley, graham crackers, s'mores, mozzarella stick, chicken, Nibbles, Nibbles Jr., jelly, bacon, steak, cake, ice cream, and oyster.
Were you hungry when
Now
you made this
you're-
list?
I was about to say, like, again, you're. I swear you're reading from a shopping
No,
list.
I'm not hungry. I had dinner. It's fine. I just, again, you threw a Pikmin into the mouth of an enemy, so I was like, fine. You know what? Food themes.
I'm gonna look this up really quick. I have an idea.
I
wanna try.
get you
I
now.
have an idea I want to try. Give me a second
Yes.
here.
Yes.
What's up?
All
While
right.
while I'm loading this up, we'll say, MB, would you be interested at all in joining us for whenever we tackle Pikmin 2?
I mean, if I'm available, I wouldn't be opposed.
Alrighty.
Pikmin 2 is definitely going to be an interesting one to tackle
Oh, boy.
because as of this recording, I haven't even finished the whole thing yet. Like, I've only got as far as beating the base game, and now I'm on that whole hunt for Louie.
Really?
And there's still a lot of ground to cover with that game.
Yeah, on top of all of its difficulty matters.
Right. Like it's Pikmin 2 is a very weird game in that, like, it's both easier than the original Pikmin game, but also harder, mostly because the challenge is mostly determined by like how dangerous the underground caverns are that you have to go through in order to get all the treasures.
So thankfully, I believe it. Yeah, it's all different names. I decided to just to further add on to the odd ethical line I'm drawing here. I decided to ask ChatGPT to generate for me a list of 120 names.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
I will read it. I'm not going to read every single one of them. Jesus, that would actually that would actually be absolutely nothing in terms of commentary for this game. There's got to be more. But no, I mean, so would you then say, James, that you'd be more interested in tackling Pikmin 4 before we do Pikmin 2?
Maybe I'll think about that. Like, I'll see if maybe I can at least finish the second game first before I completely consider my options.
I gotta say,
And
I'm
he also
really
has to beat
nervous.
Pikmin 4 first.
True, I was because I'm very nervous about that one tweet from the developer interview where they said, "quote unquote," there is more things to collect in Pikmin 4 than in all 3 games combined.
Uh-oh.
And again, that's
You lost a
they're
Pikmin!
pulling the ballsy move of this game where you don't get to start off with 100 Pikmin right off the bat.
Right.
You actually have to earn your right to allow them to be more let more Pikmin pop out.
Which I will say, don't forget the female ones on the left. I am very curious how that's gonna go. That is a very polarizing idea there.
Yeah, it really isn't. Oh, there's a baby bull bear here.
They got munched.
Unless I'm mistaken, smaller bull bears are actually native. They are native, like bull bear children.
So it's only the
as opposed to the
bull
the dwarf bull boars, which are just they're just masters.
I think it
of
said
Okay.
in the description that, like, although these appear to be like the infants, they're actually nearly fully developed. I think is what they said. for
Right,
those
yeah.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're actually adults. They're just a different species.
They're just small.
right.
Okay, well, let's see
They're
what
just
else.
very tiny. I know Pikmin 2, they would classify them as the same members. They're members of the breadbug family.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, like that breadbug we saw.
Oh, I
earlier.
thought you said. It didn't sound like you said bug.
What, bread butt?
What you thought I said?
Bread butt.
Right.
Well, he does have a
No,
bread
that's-
butt.
It's like
There is a butt of a bread.
it's like
Also, I love how by Pikmin 4 they actually go ahead.
it's like you mentioned the thing of like bread, but it's like
You know, that's what my wife calls me.
Wow. Dean.
Bake them cookies, Olimar. Uh-oh.
But yeah, no, I know. Honestly,
Actually, wait,
it's actually
that
funny
Wally
looking
Hop
back
might
on,
be. Okay, didn't see the Pikmin. Never mind.
Alright, he's keeping to
Yeah, though
himself.
he's a little too far away.
He's a little too stupid.
I'm a little too stupid, says the Wally Hop.
Oh, I love how he turns to you as you say that. It's like, you want to repeat that, neighbor?
Say
No.
it again to my face.
No. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm sorry.
I love it.
That's what I thought.
Why does he sound so quiet yet menacing?
Because
He's just standing there, menacingly. Actually, he's kind of waddling in place menacingly.
I'm a restrained.
Oh yeah, no, he's getting ready to
I'm
hop.
a restrained Wally Hop. I will be restrained no more.
I was Wally Hopped, but now I'm Holly Freed.
Holy
Oh.
freed!
I meant Wally Freed.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I thought that was
I
like a,
will
like a,
still.
I thought it was like a Holly Oxen free.
I will ollie oxen free you from this world.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Wow, that's deep.
Menace. A menace.
Back in position.
Get ready, fellas. Like we rehearsed.
I can't bolt bear this.
Wait, but I didn't.
Why
but
are
I
you
didn't
on this
go to
side of that
rehearsal.
thing, James?
He's drowning, Jerry.
You know, that's a very good question.
Jerry.
You know what? You guys have seen. You guys more or less know what this mode is like.
Hey,
I don't know
quit.
why
He
there's
just
just
leaves.
something back
Just
to back
backs it up
of
and
like the visual of the Pikmin, MB going, he's drowning, and James just nonchalantly, that's a good question.
So yeah, basically, that's really all it is to it. Try to grow as many Pikmin as possible, then you get the score list and all that. I mean, you can try for yourself if you want to, but it's not the most. It's not the most. It's not the most engaging of challenge modes as far as Pikmin history is concerned.
Yeah. I mean, it's there. It was absolutely a proof of concept that worked.
Nah.
It's a product of its era. But that all said and done, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching our playthrough of Pikmin 1. We'll see you all next time for whatever other Pikmin game we really feel like tackling. The sky's the limit.
Join us for Hey Pikmin.
Let's not go off our high horse that quickly.
Okay.
We'll see you all next time.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.